Hello and welcome to Affinity. I'm going to use some of the macros I give away to edit this picture. So first of all, we're going to go to the partial TST. Haven't talked about that for a while. And just do the partial shade. It's a relatively simple macro, but if I take the bottom layer off there, it's going to select here. So all I do is just turn up this and it goes from the darks upwards. And let's select there, and I can increase those a bit. Bring this back down here, so I'm just sort of selecting this. The hardness, you can see, sort of like selects it more fully. So maybe I'll come back to something like this. But what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to go to the top layer here and change this. It defaults to multiply, which is going to darken this. So I've already got this slightly darkened area. But if I change this now down to linear burn, I get a rather sharp darkening. But now I can turn back the opacity, and when I get there, just turning up a little bit here, seeing the way the surround here has got really, it's brought out, made this entrance a lot stronger. See the difference between the original there and this here. So that really does frame that, and only on 10% opacity, where 100% it looked ridiculous. Okay, so let's have a look at the partial tint. This goes to the light end of things, and if I turn off the bottom layers so we can see it, and turn this up. If I turn this one up first here, you can see here, then there's the white bit in the middle. Let's zoom into that. You can see that's got where the windows are, and find there's a little there. I can bring that right up to get more of that area. But just want to solve that in particular. Yeah, that's got that hardness. No, don't need much of that. Don't want to go all the way up to there. No, that's good. I'll turn that off, and I'm going to do that with a blur on it to make a glow. So if I put the other two back on again, go to this one here and put on a Gaussian blur, and where's that? Here it is, and then just turn up the radius. What I'm going to get is a big glow there, and change the blend mode, then to screen, and let's see what that looks like. So before and after. Needs a bit bigger one here. Let's try something like 500. And how's that? Maybe less, maybe 300. You're getting in that extra glow in there. Maybe we need to turn this up a bit. Maybe the hardness more. There we go, look at that. That's increasing that glow. You need to really increase that so you can see in here you've got a lot more of a glow within that. But that's actually a bit white. I want to make this a bit more orange and bright now, so I'm going to go to the channel mixer and just go through the colours in this and see what they do. So when we've got reds, if I turn the reds up there, you can see this is getting red. If I go down, it goes cyan, but if I turn it up, I have to turn that all the way up. And blue, turn down the blue a bit, because when you've got reds here, you're only ever going to get red, so this is going to put a bit more of the yellow effectively to push that up the red. So if I go to blue and bring down the blue, see that's going to go too yellow there, but we'll bring it up until it's kind of a bit more, so we're getting a bit more of the orange in here. So before and after, that's a lot more. See that gives a lot more light in there. What we'll do now is go back out again, and we'll use the soft shapes and use a soft trapezoid. See, it starts up there. Gotta go to the move tool and pick it up, and then we're going to go effectively from the light there, so it's going to going to be like it's coming from that window and coming sort of down here through the door. But we need this to go in, so I double click the shape there, the red dots appear. I can pull those over to the window there. I want to change the fill colour of that. So from fill there, I'm going to make that a fairly bright orange. That's 2 reds, isn't it? Maybe a bit more. Yes, so that matches in more with that. The softness of that is about 400, maybe 500. Can't see much difference. What about 300? No, not a lot of difference visible, but that's okay. But you can see the difference in light there between this and this, and this is bringing that light down into here. And last one, let's put on a vignette. So where's that? Days vignettes. There we go. I'm just using an ellipse and stretch that out. I've got snapping on, so it'll snap to the edge of the picture there. So that's a little bit on the orange side. Why is that? I think because of the fill colour here. There, got these yellows. Need to put that back to all white to make it just sort of, so I can see what's there from the colours below. No, then I want to make this a bit darker, so go up here and change the multiply upwards there, and that's got a blue on it on the pixel layer here. I want that to be black, please. So I'll go to the where is it? Yes, the flood fill for the blue, black here. Make sure I've got black selected and click on that. There you go, it's a bit better. Yeah, that started off, I think I went blue because I had the fill colour wrong. Then it put in the invert of the fill colour. Should have started with the white fill colour, like it says up here. Anyway, so that's looking better already. Now then, what we can do here is if I go to the move tool and select the curve, I can see the extent it's going. It's not too bad actually. Watch how much that goes in here. If I go to the opacity of the top layer here and I turn this up, you can see obviously it's quite dark there, but I use that to look at things like how much blur I need. Let's put in 500 blur there. That makes that a bit softer, but I then need to bring it in a bit. So I go to the curve and bring this sort of in a bit here. Yeah, that's a bit more like it, and bring this down. And then we take this all the way back with the opacity. So pull out the, oops, not that one, top one. Turn the overall opacity down until it's just darkening around the outside of it. So you're just getting enough to taste anyway. But there you go. So this has got 4 things on that. Just shift click them all. Take off the move tool so you can see it better, and then there's before and there's after. Before and after. Anyway, there we go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.